Abby, it's 2025.
Lisa, how is it 2025?
It's not. I can't quite believe that we've got here already and it's January. How was your Christmas?
It was really nice, actually. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed a couple of weeks off.
Nice.
How about you?
I consumed a lot of food.
That's part of the whole festive season.
I sort of feel like it's an essential part of the festive season.
So we're in a new year. One of the things that we try to do in the Spring Harvest office is look back over the last year with gratitude, actually. Yeah, so much to be grateful for. So,
well, because we did a carol service.
We did.
Which you might have come to.
First time ever.
First carol service. And that actually was for looking back, wasn't it? Because we do so much in the event. We do this week and incredible things happen, 2 weeks. And then incredible things happen. And actually then the next time we're together is the next one where incredible things happen. So actually pausing in December and doing a carol service was actually an amazing way for us all, including lots of people who serve at the event, team members, but also guests that have supported Spring Harvest for a long time, to just be able to go, wow, like that happened.
That was a great year. Yeah, loads to be grateful for. I really felt like the atmosphere at the carol service was joyful.
Your poem particularly was joyful.
It was a bit daft. That 2024's event did give us a lot to be grateful for, didn't it? What were some of the highlights for you?
I think, we've been going into prisons now for a couple of years. We're going again for 2025. That's got to be a massive highlight. I think it's a highlight for a lot of people who work at Central Christian and are part of Spring Harvest. To be able to say that we're broadcasting live into prisons, reaching potentially up to 63,000 prisoners, those that are, at the darkest moment of their life, and we're bringing them hope. Like, that's utterly bonkers. I still can't quite believe we're doing it. But also it's growing. So we're starting to build connections with chaplains, and we're building connections with prison ministry organisations. And there's a conference we're now delivering alongside, other organisations in March to bring people together to start thinking about action here. So that for me is a massive positive every year that we get to celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. And we had the joy of receiving a handwritten letter from a prisoner.
Oh my gosh, we did an amazing guy from Little Hay prison wrote to us, handwritten letter, just to say thank you for broadcasting into prison, and that he's really excited about what we're doing, but also that he's part of the evangelists in prison in Little Hay. He's sharing the good news with the guards and with other prisoners, and wants to what he wanted to encourage us. Yeah. So I wrote back and said, I want to encourage you. Keep going. Yeah, that's amazing.
So many highlights. Another highlight, actually, is things that you're passionate about. The menopause sessions were really well attended, and we had letters about that too, didn't we?
We did. In fact, within an hour of delivering the menopause seminar on site last year, we received 100 people wrote in to ask us for more information and when are we going to be doing more on this. So yeah, that was a big deal. And again, we're going on that in 2025 again, to open up that conversation, but to bring in the faith element. That was what was important for me. And so many people suffer from the impact of the menopause, not just women, but men as well. So to be able to bring people together and talk about it, but also laugh at, there was a lot of joy in that room as well, a lot of shared experiences. And so we are looking, watch this space, because we are looking at opening that up a little bit more throughout the year.
Yeah. Well, for me, I think I do sound a bit like a stuck record, because whenever I'm asked for a highlight, I nearly always say Big Start. Yeah. But it wasn't necessarily just Big Start. It was the impact on my kids.
Yeah.
Just seeing, when I first started working with Spring Harvest, I didn't have any children. And now I have 3, and just watching their, the steps forward, the leaps forward they make in their faith during 5 short days. It's like they go on fast forward.
Yeah.
And our little one is still wearing his sweatbands. He put them on for church the other day, and he was at the front of church doing the actions, wearing his wristbands and his bands. It's Big Start Boot Camp is where it's at.
Yeah.
But yeah, just seeing their faith grow, and yeah, like I said, just literally being put on fast forward. And in fact, one of the joys for me too is seeing the ministry impact report. So we sit down after the event, we collate all the testimonies, the feedback, we add up some figures and facts, and seeing that over 600, particularly children and young people, made commitments to follow Jesus in 2024 at the event.
That's bonkers. I was thinking about that. That's effectively the size of a small primary school.
Yeah.
In fact, not even a small one. That's a decent sized primary school.
It's more than a 2-4 entry.
In 2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
Yeah. Decided to follow Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and obviously receive some support for doing that, and realise they're not the only one. You know, they're not the only person who wants to follow Jesus with their life and make a difference. And that's big. It's big news, isn't it?
And actually, we've heard from various different sources that some of these kids have now gone on and they're setting up Christian unions in their primary schools
and becoming evangelists. And serving God in mission at such a young age. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And the seed starts, doesn't it? Spring Harvest. Or Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser.
Talk about Fraser.
Well, we've started telling Fraser's story because Fraser works for Mission Aviation Fellowship and in Papua New Guinea, on literally the other side of the world. And he wrote his mum a letter when he was at Spring Harvest, aged 9, saying, "I'm called to be a missionary, and this is going to happen one day. I'm really sorry, Mum."
Yeah.
But his mum kept the letter, and it's just such a heartwarming story. We'll be able to share the video with you in due course. But yeah, it's special, isn't it? We showed it at the Christmas Carol service, and there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
No, that was good. But if that's one story that we captured, I mean, there will be thousands more.
There's quite a lot of stories of quotes in the Ministry Impact Report. So if you go to springharvest.org, you can find the Ministry Impact Report on the Give to Us page, and you'll read quite a lot of quotes, and you'll see a lot of figures. A figure like
1,100 volunteers made Spring Harvest 2024 happen.
That's a lot of people.
That's a big secondary school. I don't know why I'm fixated on schools.
We're on the schools thing.
Yeah, but that's a lot of people that are giving up their time because they believe in what God is doing at Spring Harvest.
Yeah, so much to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And another figure, talking of school, we trained 400 people in how to do prayer ministry.
We did, and that was just on site. Yeah. In addition to that, we actually trained about another 300 at various different places across the UK last year. And we've got 3 more training sessions that we're doing. In case you're interested, 3 more training sessions in 2025 in February in Devon, Chelmsford and Lincoln. Yeah, where we're going to be doing some prayer ministry training. So if you're interested in prayer ministry, whether that be for your church or whether you want to consider being a prayer ministry volunteer for Spring Harvest, check out the website.
Yeah. So much to be grateful for in 2024. And we trust God, don't we? So I'm sure there's going to be loads to be grateful for in 2025 as well.
Why would there not be?
Why would there not be? So 2025 is shaping up to be a really great year. It is the year no greater story when we look at the big picture of God and who he is. What are some of the things you're looking forward to, Lisa?
I think I'm looking forward to understanding my part in that story. So I read books, and one of the things I love to do is to put myself in that story, and I choose obviously the best character. The character that wins. Obviously. No, but to be able to understand my part in that story, in the great story, because the Bible is such a big story, right?
Yeah.
It's huge. And so to understand where I fit in that greater story will be, I think, transformational for me.
Yeah.
So to see it happen in all the guests that come and the kids and the youth as well, I think will be pretty dramatic.
Yeah, and I have the pleasure of reading the book in advance, and I love some of the stuff that Leon Evans, who's writing this year's book, is talking about. That actually we do all have a story already, and quite often we might feel like we haven't got the story we really wanted.
Yeah,
like it didn't quite turn out how we were expecting or what we hoped for. But actually, when we're written into God's big story, that's redeemed.
Yeah,
and there is hope, and that big story makes sense of our story. And
actually, we've got a lot of people coming. I won't give the game away yet, but we've got a lot of people coming that will be really speaking into that and sharing their testimony and their story about their journey.
Yeah. It's a real privilege to hear people's stories, isn't it? Some great people's stories will be on site. So go and check out the lineup. Check out the lineup pages if you're interested in who's going to be there, and the Ministry Impact Report from last year. And have a wonderful 2025.
Yeah, have a wonderful 2025. And if you're not currently booked into Spring Harvest, we just really want to see you there because we think you're going to really love what's going to be on site, but also just love having fellowship with other people is going to be really important, I think.
It's for the whole family. And there will be loads to be grateful for. There always is. So we thank God and we thank you. Bless you. Bye.